Well, hello everybody. On this video, this is Senior Sales Director Megan Kalbach, and on this video, I'm going to share with you guys how to use your Propay app for your Mary Kay business. So today we're just going to talk about the app. We're not going to talk about how to use it on the computer on this particular video. So here's my iPhone. I create a folder on my phone that I have for my Mary Kay. So I call it my MK Life. All right. On there is the Propay app. So that app's right here. If you click on that app and you open it up, you can choose to have your app password protected, or you can choose to have it finger protected. I choose to have mine password protected. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up now. What I'm going to show you guys right now first is how to pay when you want to send somebody an email or text invoice. That's the first thing that I'm going to show you guys. So when you're working on your phone, you actually want to make sure that you're typing in the amount first. So let's say that you're doing a mascara-thon and you sell a mascara. So that's $15.90 with tax. So you're going to type that right into your, I wonder if I can make this. It doesn't look like it. That you can't, okay, you can see that at least. Okay, so $15.90. So you're going to hit next. Okay, so now if you have a credit card jack and the customer is present, you can plug in your jack. When you plug in your jack into where your headphones would go, this would say, instead of reader not connected, it would say reader ready. And then you can swipe the credit card through your reader, which looks like this, that again plugs into the headphone jacks to swipe that customer's credit card. Okay, you can order the Propay jacks. I believe they're $10 for the traditional one, right on Propay. Now, if you have one of the new iPhones that does not have a speaker jack, unfortunately, you have to buy a super expensive Propay jack. So you may want to consider, hanging tight to get that purchase, just depending on what you want to do for your business. Then down here, if you wanted to manually enter a customer's credit card, so let's say you don't have the Propay jack yet, you can choose to manually enter the customer's credit card. If you click on that option, you're going to type in their credit card information right here. After you do that, it's going to prompt you for the name of the card, the expiration date, zip code, and the security code. And then you can hit process card and manually enter the card. It'll tell you automatically if the card was approved or declined. Let's say after you've manually entered or swiped somebody's credit card that you store that card. So after you either swipe the credit card or manually enter it, it's going to ask you at the end, after the transaction's completed, if you want to store that credit card. If you choose to store that credit card, then you'll have this awesome list that pops up of all of your customers and their credit card numbers. Okay, so if you chose that, and let's say I choose this credit card, okay, I can choose to now charge a stored card for that amount, and I can even choose to send an email confirmation to her to let her know that I charged her card for that amount and hit process payment, and then again, it will instantly tell me if that card is approved. Okay, now here's a really cool added feature. Down here at the bottom, it says text or email an invoice. If you click on that, again, here's your $15.90. You can choose to text, and you would type in her phone number, her iPhone number, or whatever her smartphone phone number is, or you can choose to email, and then you put in her email address. Okay, so let's say we're picking the text option, and I'll just pick my husband here. Okay, so we're going to put in his phone number, and then we're going to hit next, and then we're going to put in his first name, his last name, and then you can choose done, hit next. Then you can choose right here to add an optional note. So you could say Mary Kay order, mascara order, your name, anything like that. You can choose to do that, and then you hit send invoice. I'm not going to do that because then it would actually text an email invoice or a text invoice to my husband asking for $15.90. Once you've done that, it's going to send you an automated email saying that you have requested payment from one of your customers for $15.90. Okay? Are you sure you want to cancel this transaction? Yes. Then if you click down here, oh, that's your stored cards. Just kidding. Your transaction history. On here, you can see the transactions that have been paid to you. Okay, so this shows you a history of every transaction that has happened for your business. So this one, for instance, Esther Morad, that is a transaction that I did for $20 and sent her an email invoice. So now that email invoice has gone through. It's still pending. It'll show pending for 24 hours. But there you can see that I charged her card $20. The fee was 87 cents. So every time you run a card through Propay, you pay your Propay fee. They will give you a report at the end of the year so that you can write that off as a tax deduction. And then the total that it's putting into your Propay account is $19.13. So now you can also see for here, for instance, Caitlin. Oh, it shows completed. Caitlin shows completed, which is kind of confusing. This is somebody who I sent an email invoice to, but you can see that the amount is $20 and the total is $20. That's somebody I emailed a invoice to, but she has not paid that email invoice yet. Once she's paid that email invoice, this will change and it'll show me, just like on the last one, the amount that it was charged to her card, and then the fee and the amount that was in my Propay. So you can just kind of know this means completed in the fact that it was sent successfully to her email account. So that's what that means. So we're going to go back here again. So that's kind of how you know if they're there or not. On your Propay app, you can also choose to have your sales tax automatically be added. I choose to have that off. I just want to make sure that I'm putting the correct amount in and I like control over it, not auto putting on anything on top of it. The next thing that you might want to have on is signature required for $50 or more, or signature required on everything. And then just some other great things like enable Touch ID, all that good stuff. Down here, this is where you choose under default card what your reader looks like and selecting your default reader. So that is just a little quick tutorial on how you go, and then there's your account, all that good stuff is on there. Okay, so that's just a quick tutorial on how you use your Propay app. All right, so have a great day, everybody.